Video blog for you guys. This one's a really good one, man. It comes from Davin. He's in Stockholm, Sweden. Same question Davin's asking, I got asked probably 100 times last week in the UK at the Body Power Expo. It's about guys that are really putting all their effort in, right? Seeing great transformations in strength and fat loss and everything else, but have reached that 80, 85, 90 percentile of success, and they can't seem to put their hands and grasp that last 5, 10, 15% of change that they want, you know? They can taste it, but they can't swallow it yet, you know? They're looking in the mirror, they're impressed with what they're seeing, they're falling in love with that mind-body connection, the natural high of the gym, they're addicted to it, you know? Which is a problem I'll get into also, but they can't seem to shock the system enough to transform themselves in that little bit left, you know what I'm talking about? So, let me read this question from Davin, and then we'll get into this. I'm going to be getting into a new routine, guys, something that I started a couple months ago. And if you look at my videos, like 4 or 5 months ago to now, you'll see the transformation within my body on how it looks. I'm not a guy trying to put on size or anything else. I'm just trying to maintain where I am. You know, I'm not trying to grow or lose weight or anything else, just maintain. But in this new workout that I've been doing, I've seen tremendous growth within that maintenance, like really honing in and really sharpening the skills, making everything pop, making the muscle more denser and everything else. And I think this new program starting, it's more advanced, more intense, but I think it's something that if you guys incorporate, you'll see the same results, you know, at great speed, which I saw too, all naturally too. So I'll get into that workout too in a second. Let me read this and we'll get into this. Because there's a real distinguish between cardio and lifting. And when you get down to single-digit body fats and getting down real close to that, you know, you've done 90%, 95%, you know, of the transformation, and you get that last bit, the pop that really distinguishes you from everybody else. There's a whole nother science to it. And so let me talk to you about this. And you have to distinguish this type to somebody, if you guys are just starting out, this might be a little bit too advanced and stuff. Everything's in moderation, guys. And it takes time to learn and grow and everything else in life to get those results that everyone desires upon. Through that process, you need to go through the mud, guys, to get to that higher ground. Meaning, you learn your body so well in that process, which is vital when you get to this process I'm going to talk to you about. Because if you don't know where you were coming into this, will fuck you up big time, because it's too much. But if you guys are ready for it, you're going to love it. Let me get this email and then we'll get into what I'm talking about. He goes, Greg, man, I cannot thank you enough for the effort you put into your site and the motivation it brings me physically and mentally. I am in the best shape of my life right now and believe in myself more than ever before. So much so that I finally faced a fear in my mind that I have been running from forever. I'm a huge sailor, or simply love the sport of sailing. But after a near drowning incident, I haven't been on the boat for years. I am so proud to share with you that I'm not only back out at sea, but just won my first sailing contest last week. If not for your site providing me the physical strength to endure the rigors of sailing and the mental strength to face my fears, I would have never felt this high, and I owe it all to you. I feel like everything is possible. Man, I'm just getting all teared up in this guy. That's awesome. Now I'm getting into that a little bit more. I do have a question though. I have dropped a single-digit body fat from somewhere around 18%, but I'm having trouble getting that last bit off to really pop my abs. I am doing tons of cardio every day in the form of running, swimming, believe it or not, sailing, biking, as well as lifting every day, but cannot get that last bit off. How do you get the last bit off, and how in the hell can you be so lean and cut day after day all year long? Much respect and a huge amount of gratitude for allowing me to take charge of my life again. Davin, Stockholm, Sweden. Davin, kick ass, man. I mean, we're talking, that's the essence of my entire site right there, what Davin's doing. You know, he went into the gym and, you know, with an effort to transform himself all along. He started transforming his mental outlook on who he was and carrying himself better with more confidence. And then all of a sudden he had the power to face the fear. Face the fear that he's been running from, he says, for years because of a near drowning incident in the sport of sailing. So, you know, it's something that he loves, he's so passionate about that he can't partake in because he's scared of it. A false illusion, a fear is something that is self-created in our heads, guys. We create these fears, and those fears block our potential of being who we can be. We create a block in ourselves. It happens throughout society. This is human nature to destroy ourselves, to destroy one another. But if you think about it, guys, we are causing all of our fears, all of our shortcomings to happen every single day with self-doubt. Davin here goes in there, and he faces his fear. And why does he face the fear? Because now he has the strength mentally from exuding himself physically that he found the strength mentally to face this fear finally. And not only did he get back on the boat, which is a huge achievement, but he won his first sailing race, man, in Sweden, I guess. I don't know much about sailing, man, but I know it's extremely physically enduring, and my hat's off to you, man, because you have faced a fear dead in the eyes that knocked your ass down, and you found the intestinal fortitude to stand back up, reface that same fear and overcome it. That process, and not only overcome it, but then to achieve to a level of championship level in that state of sport that you were scared of, and that will produce a feeling, a natural high that of all the highs out there, guys, everything out there there's nothing greater than that. That's the pinnacle. That's the top of the top. That right there, when you are so scared of something, right? That's an extreme emotion. Extreme emotion. You're fearful of something. You're scared of something. That's one spectrum of fear, you know. And the darkest hour, and to take that through the effort to the gym and working yourself physically, to mentally have the strength to reface that and push that failure through the darkest into the light, into the furthest high, from one low high to the other high of pride and achievement and success. That right there, and that distance and you travel in life is what life is all about. And I'm smiling for you, man, because that's making me want to go out and do some more today. You know, that's making me. Anyway, I'm really proud of you, buddy. Let's get to your question. And the same question that, again, I said that happened to me a lot over the weekend at the UK. Guys are coming up, and it's amazing seeing these guys and hearing their stories and stuff, and where they were, where they are now. You know, my hat was really off to them. But they're all like, hey man, I love the gym now. I'm addicted. I go every day and this and that. And I'm killing it. I'm doing this and that. I love the natural high and everything else. But I can't seem to get that last bit off. Well, the reason why you can't get the last bit off is because you're overdoing it. And it's an addiction, guys. The natural high, the endorphins released in the gym, that natural process is as addicting as any other chemical drug out there. And once you taste it, and then you combine that natural high of effort, and you combine that actual high of effort into the tangible achievement of success, when they collide into a reaction, that becomes an addiction. And it's a healthy addiction, but it's still an addiction. And with every addiction, even positive or negative addictions, they can have adverse effects. The adverse effects is that the addiction that you're feeling, that high that you're chasing in the gym, of that sweat equity, that mind-body connection, that the natural endorphins release, that you're chasing every time, there's a portion of rest period that you're neglecting. So therefore, you're going into the high and you're pushing your body without allowing your body to rest. So therefore, your recovery process is not going to be enhanced. You're constantly going and going and going without that full rest period. So you want a short tank of steam, and then a short tank, and a short tank, and your body just can't keep up with that. You know, so you put all this effort in, but only getting so much back now because you're not fully rested. And you're overtraining is what it is. You're overtraining. In a healthy way, but you're overtraining. So, believe it or not, we have to take that addiction we had, that feeling we had, that love for the gym, and actually shelve it for a second, you know? We can't be going to the gym every single day. A lot of the ectomorphs I'll see in there, they love this gym too, so they're going to the gym over and over and over and over and over again, you know? And what's happening is that they're burning up more calories than they're able to put in, and they're having a calorie deficit every day, so therefore it's impossible to really grow in that state. And they're saying, wow, I love it, I'm doing everything right, I'm doing everything, I'm doing it twice as hard, but I'm not getting results. So what happens in that process over time, you can be like, why aren't my results and what I love producing anything? And it's not because you guys aren't giving it your all, it's because you're giving it too much. And you're not giving it your all in your rest period. So it's kind of like if you guys make a lot of money, right, and you take all that liquid cash, right, and you invest it. You buy houses and you buy stocks and you buy, you know, different entities of appreciating assets, right? So all this cash that you had that was liquid, right? Imagine that's your fuel, that's your calories every day. And you grab them all and you put them into great investments, right? And you transform your body. And so right now your body has a lot of worth. You know, you're in great shape. You know, you're appealing to look at physically. I mean, you know, visually. So you have all these assets, you know, the houses and the cars and all these things that have a lot of value to give your net worth at a rise, right? But what you do not have is any liquid net worth. All you have is a little bit of cash that comes in on a daily basis. And you're burning through that. You're burning through the calories as you go to the gym. And if you go to the gym over and over again too much, too soon, right, you don't have enough cash flow coming in to support those spending habits. So therefore, you get into a deficit in a liquid state financially. So therefore, what happens is you have to cash out one of your assets, being your muscle mass. that you've been stored away in building, the value of. Because you don't have any cash to purchase what you're doing, going to the gym and everything else, the energy, the calorie intake, so therefore you have to go and grab some, acid that's non-liquid, an acid, and then liquefy that, break the muscle down in order to burn it for energy. So you're trying to provide, spending money to make money, to put into assets. And then what you're doing is you're going back and liquefying those assets to buy more. So you're going, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, going in circles, never coming out of that. It's Groundhog Day. So, do you understand what I'm saying? Without the calorie intake and continue to go to the gym chasing that high, you're going to falter. You're not going to hit that success. So how do we do it? How do we get that last bit off, guys? How do we transform ourselves? What workout do we do? What routine do we do? What was I doing a couple months ago that I saw great results after so many years of training, and now I'm kind of blown away? You're going to go and do 2 workouts a day. And am I being hypocritical to what I just said? Yeah, it sounds like it, right? And your cardio is going out the window. You're done cardio. You're done cardio. Your cardio now, guys, is going to exist inside of your workout. I've said this before in a few other blogs, but this is what I'm talking about. So your workout's going to be comprised of this. I want you guys to do a 5-day split. 5-day split. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're going to hit your entire body once. You're going to train your entire body once every week. So Monday through Friday is your workout. Saturday and Sunday are your rest days. When I say rest days, you guys are not going to the gym. You're not doing any cardio. If you guys want to go out and shoot some hoops with your buddies, or or do a hike or something cool, but I don't want you expending yourself too much. I want you to rest, but really allow your body to recover, to rebuild all the ripping and tearing you did during that week. Okay, so when you go into your workout, your first day is going to be chest. You're going to go chest, back, shoulders, arms, and then legs. So Monday's chest, back is Tuesday. Shoulders is Wednesday, arms is going to be Thursday, and then legs Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, chest, back, shoulders, arms, legs, okay? Friday, Saturday off. No cardio, no cardio. You're going to be lifting twice a day if you guys have the time. And if you don't have the time, it's called get up early and go to sleep late. You're going to get up early. You're going to lift in the morning and you lift in the evening. You're going to lift the same muscle group in the morning as you are in the evening. But the routine of which you're lifting, the same exact workout, the same exact program, just the means of which you're lifting is going to be different. Meaning, in the morning when you're working out, guys, you're going to be in chest Monday morning, right? That same workout you do for chest in the morning, you can do again in the evening. But in the morning, instead of doing 3 sets, low reps, pyramid up the weight, down the reps, you're going to be doing 1 set per exercise in a circuit rotation of rep count 20 to 30 reps per set. You're going to go high intensity, 1 set per exercise, and then move to the next exercise for 1 set. You're going to do that entire cycle 3 times with abs at the end of the workout. The rest in between is no more than a minute, 45 seconds to a minute. So it's basically your time to get from 1 exercise, pin load, or put the weight onto the next exercise, and go again. You're moving. Lightweight, high reps, 20 to 30 reps. What's that going to do? It's going to increase your heart rate, maintain it for a prolonged period of time. What is that? It's a fat burn. It's a total cardio lifting program. So we are going to lift the fat off our body. That last bit, we're going to lift it off of us. We're not going to do cardio. Doing cardio is going to spend too much without activating the muscles. So what happens is without activating, your body's going to go attack them for the energy, cashing out our assets to liquefy them. We do not want to do that. So we're going to continue to work the muscle in a cardio fashion to prevent the breaking down of that muscle for energy. So you got the whole morning workout. So if you're doing chest, let's say your normal chest exercise is you're going to start with flat press on dumbbells, then you can go flat fly dumbbells. Then you can go incline press on the Smith machine to incline flies on the cables. And then you can go to decline press, free weight, straight bar to a decline low cable fly. So those 6 exercises, right? The first rotation in the morning, you're going to do the flat dumbbells, 1 set, boom, right to a flat fly dumbbell, boom, right to an incline Smith machine press, boom, right to double cables, incline fly, right to a straight bar, free weight, decline press, right to a decline fly on low cables. Then you can do that cycle 3 times, fast pace, 20 to 30 reps per set. Then abs at the end for 10 to 15 minutes. That workout's going to be very fast, very fast. It's probably 40 minutes workout if you're going at the right pace. That's going to be a total fat burn with a 10 to 15 minute ab workout at the end. That's your cardio, guys. That's your cardio. Then you go about your day. Eating all your meals and everything else. At the end of the day, before you go to sleep, you go back to the gym to do the same workout I just described that you just did in the morning. But instead of doing a circuit training, we're doing 1 exercise per exercise, 1 set per exercise, and then going to the next exercise for 1 set. You're going to do 3 sets of every exercise. Your reps will range from 10 to 6. You're going to do 3 sets. First set's going to be 10, second set's going to be 8, third set's going to be 6. Right after you finish that 6th set, you're going to drop the weight and do a drop set. 20 reps, whatever weight that is for you. It's probably half the weight you did for 6, maybe even less than that. So it might just be the bar, guys. Don't even worry about what the weight is. Worry about the reps, guys, and the form. That's going to give you the growth. But you're going heavy, so you need a partner in the evening, guys. You're going 10 reps. When I say 10 reps, it's really 8 reps with 2 with help. It's really, and when it's 8 reps, you know, in the second set, it's really 5 reps with 3 with help. And the last one, 6 reps, is probably 3 reps with 3 with help. Maybe 4 reps with 2 with help. You know, and then doing that drop set. You're going to do that for every single one of those exercises. 3 sets with the drop set in the evening. You know, and then throw down some protein at the end right after that workout. That workout, where you're doubling it up in the morning and the evening, right? Doing the same muscle group. And then the next day, it's back in the morning, back in the evening. Same workout. In the mornings, it's a circuit, high rate, high reps, heart rate's elevated, sustained, minimal rest time, burning through the circuit training, the same as the evening, but now it's going to be about 1.5 minutes to 2 minute rest in between your sets per exercise. 3 sets, drop set at the end, heavy weight, on a 10, 8, 6 rep count per set for each one of those exercises. And when you're doing it, a lot of these workouts, I'm showing you guys are drop sets and supersets and everything else. What I want you guys to do is just a single exercise. No supersets. The only drop set is going to be at the very end after your 3rd set. So you take a standard bench press, boom, 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 and the eating's down. 2 minutes off. Get all the lactic acid, all the CO2 out. Go back into that thing, reload it, boom, hit it again with the partner, pushing past failure on every single set. You're going to be fucking exhausted. That's Monday chest, bam, Tuesday back, Wednesday shoulders, Thursday arms, Friday legs. Doubling up cardio in the morning to a heavy lift in the evening. So the cardio not only is going to break down any kind of body fat and start burning all the energy you got, right? But on top of that, it's going to strengthen the muscle. It's going to get the endurance of the muscle, so the muscle can work with a depleted amount of oxygen. So you get the endurance of it. And then in the evening, you get the power of it. So you're marrying the two, which I've done in the last 4 or 5 months, which I have seen extreme results in it. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard. That's why Saturday and Sunday is so imperative. So imperative that you get out of the gym, man. Taking some sounds, go swimming or something, go surfing, do something else. But rest your body, man. Really, get as much sleep as you can on those days. Recover, eat. And when you guys are doing all your supplementation, going Monday through Friday, you're still taking those supplements on your days off. That's most important, because that's when your body's rebuilding. It needs all those vitamins and minerals and supplements to rebuild the muscle stronger, to grow back the actin and myosin filament, to elongate the sarcomere of the muscle belly. Try that out, guys. Davin, I cannot say enough how psyched I am that you're a living, breathing role model, man. And who you were before to who you are now. I mean, you live it, man. You live it. You know, all alive, few people live. You are one of the few that is living, man. I'm proud to be a part and hear your story and be able to tell your story. That workout, guys, I'm telling you about, that doubling up in the morning and evening, try that for a couple weeks. And you're going to like it, man. It's going to be hard at first. You guys got to be taking in a lot more calories, man. You got to be hitting those meals. That pre-workout meal that I was telling you guys about and the post-workout, that's twice a day now. Twice a day, guys. And, you know, the other thing I was telling about people like, wow, you're taking carbs and everything else. Is that really good? You say low to no carbs. When I say low to no carbs, guys, that low portion is the bookends of my workout. You know, I'm taking enough energy as a pre-workout carbs. You know, the pre-workout drinks and everything else, or any kind of complex carbohydrates, or if I'm right before my workout, and I'm taking a simple, you know, digesting liquid carbs. Look at the pre-workout video I did. That is what I'm talking about. It's just enough energy to get through the workout, and then the post-workout meal, the dextrose and everything else, the simple sugars, to help diffuse and combine all those elements and all those supplements into the bloodstream and get them to the muscle. A lot of those things are not very easily transported throughout the body. They can attach to a sugar molecule very easily. Sugar is transported very easily through the body, so it's a way of getting the nutrition and the supplementation to the muscles that's crying for them. Help me stay fit. Dad, great question, man. My hat's off to you. I'm out.